record on this computer, and we are live there, and we are going live on Facebook.
Wonderful.
And we are checking that. Oh, it's 1808.
Perfection.
Yes, perfection. So I'm not sure that we are live there yet, but we are going to start because we are already recording this. I don't see Facebook. There's too much of data stream to do Zoom, so I'm gonna just start to say welcome, 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 welcome to Heart with Eva and Alexandra. And today's guest is Alexandra Tabaczynska, and she is a quantum healer, a channeler, and she is also the founder of the quantum healing experience technique. And we're going to dive right into this because we are going to talk about the passion of your life, what you are doing. And this is a question that I know that you have been getting a lot of times about the quantum healer experience technique. What is the difference between that and the hypnosis technique? So welcome, Alexandra. So we are going to start with this question to you, so you can dig into to explain to us what's the difference between those two.
Hello, everyone. Very pleased to be here, and I'm very pleased to be with Eva, my dear friend practitioner as well, but first of all, my dear friend, very close to my heart. Thank you, Eva, for inviting me, and thank you for this marvelous question, which I really don't have, really answer to it. Many people ask me, it's true, about the difference. I would like to come to the core of the quantum hypnosis, to our beloved mother of hypnosis, Dolores Cannon, which we all very well know, yes, and pay the honor to her work.
Yes,
to her work. And so she was the beginner, yes, she was the pioneer in the quantum hypnosis field. And I believe that every person who at some point deliver a different, like a branch, right? Like you have a tree and there is a one branch and other branch, yes, but we are all coming from the Dolores quantum healing hypnosis, right? And same with my quantum healing experience technique. At some point, I took a course with Beyond Quantum Healing, yes, with Candice, with her course. And from that, I realized that my sessions going in completely different directions. I am guided to develop something else, and I just let it be, let it be, yes. And when I was ready, yes,
yeah,
and absolutely follow it. And I was very much in resistance because I didn't go like up in the front, yes, that I'm doing something this or that, right? But I just couldn't follow the rules, right, from different technique, yes. And what was coming to me, that maybe people are here, who wants to learn not how to follow rules, but to develop their own modality, yes. So I gave the base of quantum healing hypnotherapy, right? The experience, because it was the experience at the beginning and it's growing now. But I wanted to give the foundation, right? For practitioners who doesn't feel fit in quantum healing, hypnotherapy, or beyond quantum healing, or any other modalities. Yes, bless them all, right? But they want to find something for themselves which give them freedom to experience in their own field, right? But what is the foundation is the light. Yes, so it's the healing through love, healing through light, and in the trust in the practitioner heart, yes, within the quantum field.
Well, the foundation is always the light, the
source. Yes, yes.
That's pretty much a boldness and braveness for you to actually step out of a established process like the quantum hypnosis and develop your own path of healing, because there is a difference when you're explaining it, but I don't think that all people realize that there actually are two branches going in separate ways. So and how long was it since you started with these healing techniques? Because you've been practicing a lot of channeling and meditation and this quantum healing experience for a long time now. So,
yes.
But you started with the hypnosis techniques and then you moved slowly over to your own branch of it. So it's like a couple of years back in time, or what is it for you?
Yeah, it's almost now. It's almost 5 years.
5 years,
right? Yeah. When I started with 4 years, when I started with Beyond Quantum Healing, and it was for me the eye-opening. Yes, for different realities, for different approach to life. Yes, and it was also my self-healing began. Yes, in every session, in the consciousness. Yes, the source consciousness, and I started working with many benevolent lights, and they were my guides. Yes, and I was like, I see it now. I was like, not even the kindergarten. I was like maybe 5 months old child, like not knowing, not even speaking. Yes, just following, and at some point, that was the how to say crash, the strike, when I start believing that actually something is happening, right? And it was also the ascension, right? The ascension would help myself, my own ascension within, right? The opening for receiving guidance, right? So I took time off from sessions, from being involved, right?
Because that is what happens when you dive in and do the inner, that it starts to actually proceed to happen something within your mind and within your own quantum field and or your
exactly
own,
yes, and yes, absolutely, Eva, absolutely. And then I started writing, yes, and it was Dolores and it was Cryon and Yeshua, many masters, yes, and it took me really long time, a few months, to the point that I believed that I can create a course. And yes, and it was a big step for me, right? And now I'm very. I still don't feel like the founder or anything like that, but I feel like someone who can show a new way. Yes,
absolutely,
a new way. Yes,
because you are a way shower, and what? Yes, you are. And when I ask you, like the one big topic for what your passion is in your life within this whole ascension process and the spirituality and everything that goes with it, you said, oh, it's a broad question, and I would like to say the field. I thought that was kind of
Mr.
yes, mysterious, but also very, very open up for so many questions, because the field is very, very broad, and there's a lot of things going together hand in hand with what you are doing, quantum healing and channeling. So can you please just tell me more about what it is, because you have a School of Light and you also have some Facebook pages. So if you could connect the dots and see how they get together in this passion, the field.
I love you, Eva.
Yes.
And I love your questions. Yes, I love your questions. And you brought me to the beginning of the School of Light, right?
Yes.
Because the School of Light was created for teachings, right? And I completely forgot about it, right? The teachings.
I forgot about it.
I forgot about it because I put it on site, right? I forgot about the beginning of it, yes, about the cryon, because you see, those are the dots, yes, like from one dot to another dot to another dot, yes. So there is a School of Light, which I really love, the web page, but it's also a school for children, yes, which was somewhere at the beginning, School of Light, connected with School for Children and from the Pleiadians, yes, and everything is in the flow, yes, in my life, yes, from one point to another point, but in this quantumness, right? In this quantumness.
Because when I saw the name School of Light and I looked at your page there, and so it was going forward to children there, and you're talking about the new children of Pleiadians. I also feel like that actually could be us, because we are the children also. So what was your thought when you started that? Was it for our younger, like real physical children, or did you have a thought of us as children of the Pleiadians here and now?
It's like two ways, right? So the School of Light, it was presented to me as a teaching from Cryon, from Masters of Light, yes, like dedication, for channeled messages from masters, right, from the archangels and angels. The School for Children, School of Light for Children, it was presented to me by star mothers, right? And the School for Children was like developing awareness, right? That the children who were born, who are already on Earth, at the age from 3 to around 13, yes, they are very, very blessed, right? With abilities, with creativity, all those, high vibrational thoughts, right? And I wanted to support parents, right?
Because the children are so much alive in their imagination.
Yes. Yeah. So it was my huge dream. It was really massive dream of mine. I was looking for a place in Europe where I can open the school for children and invite, teachers, and invite different modalities, different backgrounds, yes, so we can support those children and parents, right? Because it's not a separation, it's the family, right? And at some point, as I traveled a lot, yes, and changed places like almost every month, every few months, I just couldn't get this point, right? Where do I really want to sit down or settle down, right? And do it, or maybe I can do it online, yes, and continue with channeling, and maybe at some point I will find people which I can connect with and start from that point again. Yes.
So it's still something you wanted to hold on to and do in the future, Yeah, because okay,
Why not? Why not?
If we are going to search for dots there, you started there and you had this vision of how you wanted it to be, then Cryon entered your life somewhere and started to draw your attention somewhere else, because you are actually developing a lot of channeling right now. And that is a huge, as I can say it, a huge passion for you within this field you are talking about.
Yes.
So Cryon had some other plans for you at the moment. So he wanted you to dive into yourself. And was that when you started to connect with your Matada, your higher self, your... Could you please explain for the listeners there, Matada? Bless her and welcome
I love
her.
you, Eva. I love you, Eva.
Is Matada.
Oh, no pressure, right? No pressure, Eva. No pressure. No pressure. Okay, no pressure. My spiritual journey started from Cryon, right? When I saw the video from Lee Carroll about Azores, I just, something clicked and I said, okay, yes, life is too short. I'm gonna do that, right? I'm going to Azores, right? And it was a thought. That's how it started. That's it. I just left everything, my, pleasant, luxurious life in England. Yes, left everything and pack my bag and start traveling. Yes, with Cryon, right? And that's how it started. And with Lemurian, with Pleiadian, with Arcturians, yes, with the field, yes, in my bag, I just travel, right? And it's, I can see now the similarity, as you said, about being brave to share the quantum healing experience technique, yes, and to develop and put it outside in the sense to the world, yes, that it is available. It was also with Cryon, right? It took me, weeks, maybe months, yes, to say to people that I actually channel Cryon energy, yes. And it was same with Marta Da, like, who the heck gonna believe me that I am walk in, right? Like, what is walk in? And so for me it was like a steps, yes, like
I can,
self-development, yes,
yeah,
self-trust, yeah.
I can see that it could be a bit scary to go out and
It
say that you're
was,
channeling Cryon,
yeah,
because
it's like a crazy people, yes.
yeah, no, well, not only that, but there is a huge pressure with the name Cryon, because we're
Yeah,
all familiar with Lee Carroll and his channeling of
yes,
Cryon, and that's also like standing up there and start talking about, nowadays there are a lot of people channeling Cryons, there is,
yes,
but that has something that has been developing through the years. So when you started, there wasn't quite as many people who actually was channeling Cryon. So
yes.
that was a huge step out the comfort zone for you to actually
It
say that
was.
you are channeling Cryon. And what I was thinking now is, did Martada came before Cryon, so that she was the one who stepped in and opened up for Cryon, or was it the other way? The Cryon come first and Martada after that?
It was after.
Martada came after. Okay.
It was after, not very, it was almost similar, yes, but Cryon came first. Cryon came first.
So Cryon opened up for Martada. He invited
Cryon was
to your
the
life.
developer of skills, yes, developer of skills, yes.
Yeah.
And I remember when Cryon said that I'll be the, well, I was the first Polish Cryon, right? And Polish speaking Cryon. And he also said that there's another person in Hungary, yes, who channel Cryon, yes. And then I discovered that there are people in Brazil, right, who channel for public in public cryon energy, and there's a person in Canada who also channel cryon energy, right? So for me, it was like, wow, yes, we are family. Yes, like really growing.
So
And
you're knowing about these people around the
I
world that are
know,
channeling
yes,
cryon.
yes,
So
and it helped me a lot. It helped me a lot. I
uh,
have to say, yes.
have you ever felt the need to reach out to them or like getting in touch with them?
I tried. I haven't responded, and I haven't received any response so far. Yes, but you know, the door is open. Yes, the door is
Yeah.
open. We are in the ascension, so who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, so it's
Yes.
not like crying is standing behind and say, go find them right now.
No,
Yeah.
Cryon is saying find your own spiritual way.
Hmm.
Yes.
Because he's a bit pushy sometimes, not pushy. Pushy.
Tell me about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know that. You know that, Eva. Yes.
Yes. So
Our endless talk with Cryon. Yes, we know. Yes.
yeah. That's kind of fun because you always say it's crying with the entourage. So Matilda is the entourage and she is staying with you. So when you're going into this channeling, there's usually Matilda that's enter first and then Cryon usually comes in after a bit. So do you need Matilda for your like start up to get ready to receive the energy of Cryon or what is that? Because you usually start with Matilda and you end with Matilda.
Mm-hmm.
It's my observation that I'm curious about.
Marta, that is a built-in. Yes. She is the built-in. Yes. So there is no Alexandra without Marta, and there is no Marta without Alexandra in this sense. Yes. And
because that is very good if you would like to explain for those who are listening to that, what, because Matilda is a Pleiadian star mother and she is a walk-in building. So what
it
has,
sounds better, I think, yes, because the
yeah.
walk-in is like you walk from where, right?
So what does that actually means?
It means that I operate in the Pleiades frequency, right? And it affects my life, right? It affects the consciousness, Alexandra's consciousness. It also affects how I behave, what are my priorities are, and from outside it looks like she's my guide, right? From within, she's myself.
So yeah, it could be a fun experience. You are yourself and you're receiving yourself, information from yourself.
Yes.
It's like talking to your higher self in reality and
Yes.
also be experiencing yourself there. So that's interesting.
For
Yeah.
me is from Alexandra perspective, right? We switching, yes. From Alexandra perspective, it's like I don't have to worry when I start talking, right? Because it's coming from within. Yes.
Yeah, it's a open. You're open up like for to receive a lot of information.
Yeah, I just don't. It's the it's the quantum. I call it quantum channeling. Yes, there is no barrier between myself and Cryon or Yeshua. Or
No, because I can see the beauty in that when you invite the entourage, like there can be Yeshua, there can be Mother Mary,
yes,
Mary Magdalene, there can be any of the ascended masters or the
yes,
archangels or other entities
yes,
that enters, and they are shifting quite rapidly. So you start with one and you end up with another. And
yes.
so how is that for you? Because when you are in that field, you kind of get all the energy waves from them when they entering, because they are never leaving. They are still in the field around. So is it easy for you to sort out who, or is it that a necessity to know exactly who comes through? Because they are in a group together and they are still there, so the message is the same from everybody of them.
Yeah, it's a well, Eva, we had so many channelings, yes, and our Monday's beautiful masterclass with Cryon, yes, and as you know, yeah, we started in December and we progress massively from December, yes, and for myself, I am blessed to know all of us, yes, in the channeling. Because one thing is my consciousness, yes, the golden consciousness of mine, yes. So like, it's not the Martada, yes, it's not Martada, it's my consciousness, right? The golden field, right? And there is Yeshua and Mother Mary and myself, like all the selves, yes, in the connectivity in the golden light, the source light, yes. And there is when I channel, and when I channel like the trans channeling, right? When I totally, as Alexandra consciousness, I leave my body and I leave the body to energy, for example, of Cryon or Einstein. Yes, as you remember, it was wow, mind-blowing experience. It's from here. Like if I can explain the trans channeling, right? It's like from here. I exist above this point, right? I'm here, right? And that's where the I am not aware what's happening down there. I'm here, right? And that's how the energy transmute the vibration, right? Through my cords, through the voice cords, yes, and that's how it's coming, right? Yes. With Einstein, it was different because he was like very much myself with the body, right?
Yeah.
As you remember, it was funny, and he was
Yeah.
pipe and
Actually, you change your own way of being and your
yeah,
facial
it's like,
expressions and
looking for the
yes,
bird, yes, and
yeah, that was
yeah,
quite fun to
yeah,
watch. Because why I'm asking is because if we are going to connect to the next start, you are doing Akashic readings too. So there are times in your channeling where you're going from a message from one of the masters into a Akashic memory with another master. So could you evolve that dot for us? Akashic. Everybody's
this,
talking about the Akashic today.
yeah, is it? Yeah, is it? Yeah, I start. Yeah, we had webinar on Saturday about Akashic. It's a different Akashic, right? It's a okay. That's the ascension, right? That's the ascension because we left the plane, the earthy plane at some point. Yes, light workers. We left the earthy plane with the blessing, right? And we start journeying to the quantumness, as you know. Yes, as you know from the sessions. Yes. So for me, receiving messages from Master Kashi Master, Universal Kashi Master, right? Is like a journey, right?
Yeah, I can see the thread, but
A journey.
may I just back a little bit? If we start just to explain what Akashic is for those who listen, because there are different as I know now, there are different levels of Akashic. But when we are
Yes.
talking about, or when everybody is talking about the Akashic reading, they are
Okay.
meaning their past lives experience that they had on Earth and or in another reality. So will you just explain from there and evolve it to the Akashic of the Akashic masters in another realm?
Mm,
Can you see where I'm going with this?
yes, yes, yes. Okay, okay. So the Akashic records, yes, yes. If we are talking, if we start the step by step, yes, the Akashic records is the library, right?
Mm.
So yes, it's the library uh, of everything what was, yes, for that person, right? What happened from the first time that the person came on earth, yes, till now, yes.
Mm.
And when I am with Marta in the Akashy reality, yes,
Mm.
I have access to every dot of that person's life, right?
Mm.
And it doesn't mean, right, that when I have the reading of Akashy, yes, I will start like, I don't know, a million years ago, you were a dinosaur or something, right? I don't, right? Because I am maybe forbidden, right? But higher self of the person and Akashy masters, they work together and I deliver the message, right? Which is needed for the person at this moment of her ascension, right?
It's like a key to a lock, and the person
Yeah,
is to lock it up. Yeah.
yes, yes. And that's for some reason. I'd never ask what is the reason why the person receiving this message. Um, it's not my key, right? To open, yes. But the person received exactly what is helpful for that person, right?
Mm.
And at the same time, when the person receive it, yes, it's like stop existing in her karmic wheel
Mm.
because Akashi and karmic like going hand in hand, especially now in this transition, right?
Mm.
So it's like a part of her is like freeing, yes,
Mm.
freeing, yeah.
Mm. And that is actually beautiful, because now when you are describing it, it strikes me that these are the techniques of the quantum healing experience techniques. So everything that you have talked about so far are the techniques that you are using in the quantum field when you are doing this quantum healing experience. And they are
Mm-hmm.
the techniques.
Mm-hmm.
So that is quite amazing, actually, because that is what the session is all about when you're having your quantum healing session there, that you're actually letting the person be guided into the subconscious and unlocking their own keys.
Yes,
Yeah, so you're
yes,
helping them to provide, and you have all these entourage and techniques to lock them up.
yes, absolutely, and absolutely, Eva, and it's wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful. And also, what came to me talking about Akashi session reading, right? Um, what is beautiful now that that we are in the Akashi, and then Akashi, like I received a message from Akashi that ask the person about this and this. Yes, for example, there is something in the Akashi, right, in the field, right, which this person, like herself, himself now,
Mm.
has a chance to solve, right? So for example, there's a man, right, in her life, just hypothetically, right? There is a man in her life, and it's a very old contract from 14th century, and she's supposed to meet him, yes? She feels him, she knows she will fall in love in a few months' time, right? But it is a contract, yes? And she's on spiritual journey and she wants to expand, yes? But so Akashy, with the owner of the soul, asking her now, right? Does she want to continue this magnificent friendship of soul, or she wants to say blessings? Yes, I honor you, I love you, and let it go to the light. Yes, and it doesn't mean uh, forgiveness. Yes, but it doesn't mean that she is or he is hurting anyone.
No.
Right? No, she is just freeing herself. Right? And in this sense, she is expanding her consciousness to another possibility, maybe to another man, maybe to another woman, yes, which she can adjust the energy, right? So that's the difference in the Akashy, right? That we have a choice now, and Akashy are working with us, yes, like really consciously in this channeling of Akashy, right? That does this person really want on the consciousness level this or that, yes? And for me, it's blessing to know it.
It was very beautiful put. I can sense I got all warmed up in my heart space where you were talking right now.
Oh,
So yeah, well, that's beautiful. Sad. So if it's that the Akashic is working with us now, that means that they are Akashic is co-creating with your own.
yes, absolutely. Yes, Eva, always.
Oh, that's interesting.
Always.
And very beautiful to
Yes,
know
it
that
is.
the things are evolving everywhere. So all
Yes.
contracts is to be released and let go. And that is what we are talking about right now in the ascension process, to let go of what no longer serves you.
Yes. But and then we're going, you know, when we pass the Akashy, yes, bless them, bless them, bless them, Akashy masters. We go to the universal Akashy, yes, and that's a different frequency. That's what I'm working with now with them. They are teaching me about self-love, yes, self-love, self-love, self-love. And as you remember from our last Monday, beautiful resonance, yes, in the universe. Everything is coming to the source, right? The universal Kashi is the source. Everything is in the light, yes? So that's why it's so easy for us to receive all the guidance, yes? When we resonate in this vibration of love, vibration of light. Yeah. Oh, I'm so much in love again, Eva. Thank you.
Well, this is interesting because now we are talking about this crayon master. I was about to say master club, but it's not a club. It's some other sessions there because you are a teacher. You are a teacher, and you are working with this your full time. So you have your own webpage and your own Facebook. So everything is presented on your personal website on Facebook, right? So maybe we can put up your links in the after we are done here. You can put up your links in the comment field. So if someone wants to get in touch or sign up with you, they can do it there. Do you also have a Patreon site, right?
I have not much going on there at the moment because my life has always taken another throne. Yes, I continue. It is pretty new, right? But it is something which I want to continue.
Yeah.
Right? for a group of people who wants to dedicate their time, right? The time to self-healing, self-developing, developing self-teaching, right? And if I can be in support, yes, for those people, for brothers and sisters who wants to find themselves, the souls within, yes, I would be honored. I would be really honored on the patron, right?
So
And
when you say dedicated support, you're talking like a mentorship.
yes, that's what I wanted. That I want to say. Only 5 people per month, which I can only guide in the sense of receiving messages for those people, of vibrational change, of it's very personal, right? And that's how I see my work, very, very personal, like a person to person guidance. Yes, that's what I love. I really love.
That's very interesting, and it sounds very beautiful too, because then you have your undivided attention when we're
But it's
working
also
together.
coming, whatever, it's also coming to Akashy, right? Because when I am like with person to person view, right? For me, it's easier to focus only for the person, on this person, yes? And really learn from the heart, yes? Really to support this person, right? Not giving, all the answers, because it's not the teaching, right? it's not, right? And well, you know me for a while, so maybe I'm not the teacher who will give you everything on the plate. Absolutely not. But that's what I love, when I can meet person, right? Sit with her, listen, and then let's see, right? Let's see, and then observe the shiny bright star coming from within, yes, and finding the passion
Yeah,
in life. And I
because
love it.
that is your passion within the field.
It is my passion. It is.
To be of service in
Yes.
this mentorship and
Yes.
in this
Yeah.
teaching role that you have put
Yeah.
on and is shared
Supportive.
with
Supportive.
us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Supportive. Yes. Supportive. I love it.
Oh, that's beautiful. I was thinking if we have missed something, but we haven't. I think we have getting the dots within the fields here. We were talking about the quantum healing. We are talking about your channeling experience there and what you are presenting. Do you have anything that you want to share? Something from the heart just popped in, your true passion that you have left out of here.
Gabriel.
Gabriel.
Yeah. Yeah. He came to me this morning, right?
Oh.
And it's very rare. Yes. Very rare. And his presence for me is always friendship. Yes. And it's everything. If may I share it with you, Emma? It's very
Absolutely.
personal, yes, but and
Well, I wouldn't call it personal because we are live on Facebook.
yes, of course, it's very
You
personal.
share,
It's
you share.
secret. It's
Yeah.
a secret. It's a secret. But it's okay. It is a story, right? But it has everything is in this. What's going on? I believe in the nows, in our nows, in the ascension, the Akashy and the quantum healing and the field. So I didn't know Gabrielle before my session, quantum healing session with my friend. Yes, she gave me years ago. Actually, I was, yes, okay, thank you. So actually, it was my first session ever, quantum healing session, right? I didn't know what to do. I was very scared, and I knew nothing about spirituality, nothing, right? And I found a person in Wales. Bless her heart if you watch me. I love you so much, dear sister. And I didn't know what is quantum healing. I knew nothing, right? and we drove with my partner almost like 3 hours altogether, right, in England to Wales, and for the session. And Gabriel came, right? I didn't know who he was, but he showed me source for the first time. Yes, I went through the hell, right? Like fires and all the crosses and church beliefs, right? Traditional Polish background, right? So I went through it, right, through the hell, and then I saw Gabriel, the beautiful golden light, yes, and he took me by hand and he showed me source. And I was like, I remember I was lying and crying, really, really deep, right? And I didn't want to get back. Yes, I want to stay with the light, with the source, right, in the field. And it was my first experience with Gabriel, with the source. And he came this morning, right? And he came this morning as a feminine, right? He came this morning as a feminine energy, angelic realm altogether, like a representation of source for myself, but also for light workers, right? That there is no reason to be scared any longer, because we are really, there's so much love and so much light in everyone, right? And he's the funky guy. Yes, he's the twin flame. Yes, in oneness, the twin flame of each soul, and he is in support to each of us. Yes, Gabriel. His name is. And when you ascend, you understand that the twin flame is the feminine, the masculine, the Gabriel in source, the light in every heart. Yes, and the messages simply flow. Yes, we don't have to wait for something any longer, because it's in every now. Our heart is open for receiving love, for receiving love. So if you are drawn to Gabriel today, just let it be. Let it be without any doubts. He will guide you. He will guide you through your disbelief, through your background of head, yes, of the mind. He will guide you straight to within to find the source.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was beautiful. Thank you, Gabriel.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
I love him very much. And love her very, very much.
So fantastic. That was a nice closing to this chat we had. I think I'm gonna let it go and stay in this this blessings from Gabriel as we're closing down. Very beautiful. I'm so glad you wanted to do this, because I know there's a lot of people that are curious about you. So perhaps we have explained a bit about what you are actually doing within this quantum field and how things actually are connected with each other. It's not one separate thing. Everything within the quantum field is connected. As we are as individual persons, we are connected with each other. So when we come together, we create this quantum field together. And that is how we are expanding our universes together too. It's a true blessing.
Mother Mary is just here,
Mother Mary is always welcome. So I'm just going to let you if you want.
I think it's just to say that There's the connection in every dot. And there is the heart, the one heart, which is the collector of every heart. And the heart name is Pleiadian, Arcturian, source itself. There is no longer divinity, the differences. There is only one heartbeat and only one breath.
It is.
Only one breath.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Eva. I love you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I love
Thank you.
you.
I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you.
And for
I love
every
you.
channeling
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being. And
Yeah,
thank you.
And for every channeling you are doing, Alexandra, it raised a lot of new questions. And
Always.
I always, no, not always. I'm seeing a new sequence that we have to do about some of the topics that came up in these two last channeling that you provided for us. So we are going to explore.
I think Einstein is very much active, you know, and Tesla, and I would love to channel them because yes,
we will. We're going to do a sequence in this one.
Yeah,
definitely. Make a mark in my notice book here so I know what to do.
Yeah. Oh, Eva, please tell about tomorrow. Please tell, yes, please share the information about tomorrow. It's so important.
For reminding, because I was wondering if you were ready to talk about what you are doing in the late of May, or is it, do you want to?
And I was thinking to say a word about tomorrow, about healing through love, yes, which we are doing together again.
Yes, and I can definitely mention that. I was going to ask you about the other one, the retreat that you are planning earlier, but that slipped out of my mind because something else came up. So, but we can start to say that we are doing a quantum healing session channeling tomorrow. And we are starting like 6 o'clock in our time. So we're going to start up with a guided meditation, a quantum healing meditation.
Yes.
And after that, we are going to get into a channeling with
from Star Mothers.
From Star Mothers.
Yes.
Absolutely. So it's online on Facebook or
on YouTube. On YouTube. Yes. It's only on YouTube.
Only on YouTube.
Yes. For our YouTube viewers.
Yeah, and the link is provided within our pages. So it's just going to be pop in there and click on the link. So.
Yes. Healing through love with Star Mothers. Yes.
Yeah. Do you want to say something about the other event before we end for today?
The other event is something new for this year because I'm in Poland. And I met a person, right? And as you know, Eva, how it always starts from a talk, right? So we start talking with my friend, also Cryon family, and we just start talking, and we just, why don't we do that? Why don't we offer something to our friends? Yes. And so at the end of May, it's 2 weekends, 22, and then another 29. 4 days of workshops, dance, laughter, channeling, spiritual journey, right?
Wow.
In Polish, the first weekend is in Polish for Polish speaking friends, and the other at the end of May is for our sisters, brothers in English, right? It's in Poland, it's near Warsaw, so it's very, very easy to get there, and accommodation will be provided, and fire,
Mm.
dancing. I mean, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna
That
be
was
fun.
amazing.
Spiritual journey. Spiritual journey.
Yeah, sounds like a lot of fun.
Yes, yes, I can't wait. I can't wait.
That's marvelous. Yeah, well, keep us informed. So
Thank you. Thank you.
before we say goodbye, I will just pop in here to see if there is a question, maybe, if someone has a question for us, if I can get onto Facebook here.
If you can get on Facebook.
Yes, because I have some trouble getting on to Facebook today. So
yeah, I think Facebook is very much slowing down lately.
I can't get in when I'm on Zoom. So
No.
if you can see, otherwise, if there is a question and we can't be addressing that question right now, I'm sure that Alexandra will answer that question in a short
Yes.
comment
Yes.
later on.
Yes.
So
Please leave question, in the comments, and I will answer. Definitely.
thank you so much, Alexandra, and the whole entourage that has been with us here today. And blessings. And thank you so much for watching this, even though we had some technical difficulties in the beginning. But we managed it. We are live on Facebook for the first time now. So blessful, thankful, heartwarming, love and hugs for that. So thank you. And we'll see each other soon again. Okay. Bye.